Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq, with daily insight on the Nasdaq-100 Index, or the NDX, which is made up of 100 of the largest domestic and international non-financial innovative companies listed on Nasdaq. The NDX has been the barometer for U.S. large cap growth and also one of the best performing indexes over the last decade and a half, not to mention one of the most liquid index ecosystems in the world. Joining us this Monday afternoon, we have Chris Dearborn, Managing Director on Nasdaq's Market Intelligence Desk. Chris, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks. And I guess really what the question is, when we look at the Nasdaq-100 index and its constituents, have we put in somewhat of a bottom here?
That's a very good question. The index is down for the 5th consecutive trading session, and that hasn't happened since really early September. And only happened once last year. So we hope this is not a harbinger of things to come for the session or for the year. But really, the gap lower this morning was really kind of testing major support. We broke the 50-day last week simple moving average. We broke the 100-day simple moving average on Thursday, and then continued lower on Friday. And then today's support, it really is at that 200-day moving average of 14,925. We don't want to see that break. So that would be the bottom right there. If this index is good, that has to hold.
All right, so Chris, let's take a look at your first chart here and a little bit more detailed look at the technical levels that you're watching.
Yep. So if you take a look at the chart on the right-hand side, you're going to look at the gap lower from the beginning of the year to now. We're down over 5.3% year to date. And a move like that hasn't happened in a significantly long period of time. And when you look at the support levels on the Fibonacci overlays, you're going to see the green line of 15,024. So you want to see that level hold. That's a major support level from the 52-week high made back last November. And it almost coincides directly with the 200-day moving average. So you're going to have traders looking at that level to hold. Right now, the candle today is turning a little bit green, even though the relative strength index is still in the mid-30s. We're at a 37 right now. We really haven't hit that oversold 30 level, which we could definitely hit. And if we do, we will penetrate that major support level, but we should only penetrate it for a couple of days. I'd like to see the index bounce back here and fill this gap higher. Again, we're looking for support at the 15,295 level, then the 15,025 level before we hit that 200-day moving average, which is major support. Resistance is very close at 15,575, 15,592. That 592 corresponds with Friday's close, and we'd really like to see that gap up filled and move higher on higher elevated volume.
All right. If we take a look at the next chart here, we can see the constituents that are adding or detracting from the index.
Right. It's 3-to-1 losers to gainers, however you want to slice it up. We got a couple more winners now. There are a couple of conferences this week, which is good. It's a number of companies' opportunity to put some news out forward. You have the JP Morgan Health Conference, as well as ICR's Consumer Conference. A good number of constituents from Nasdaq are going to be participating there. And some of the companies that haven't made announcements, they are doing very well. Moderna is one of them, up over almost 8%, adding 7.5 points. And you have Tesla, Intel, Adobe, and Alphabet all on the green. But in the red are the other names that carry just a little bit more weight than those, including Netflix, Qualcomm, Temas, PayPal, all down lower. So right now you're at 25 to 75 winners to losers.
All right. Chris, appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.